Every year, the world consumes more than 15,000 tons of vanilla, making it one of the most demanded flavors across the globe. From desserts to drinks, it finds its way into millions of kitchens and factories daily, even though the average person only tastes about a gram each year. With so much demand for such a small amount, it makes you wonder, how does vanilla make its way from harvested beans into the products we all enjoy? Well, let's uncover all that here at the Process World. Vanilla's story begins long before it became a staple in ice cream or yogurt cups. The Totonac people of Mexico were the first to cultivate it, treating the orchid as a sacred plant that carried both cultural and culinary value. When the Aztecs conquered the Totonac, they adopted vanilla and blended it with cacao to create a rich drink that would later fascinate Europeans. By the 16th century, Spanish explorers brought vanilla across the ocean, and its reputation quickly spread among royalty and the wealthy. For centuries, though, the plant was stubborn. It only grew well in its native land because the pollination process was so specific. That changed in 1841 when Edmund Albius, a young boy on the island of Réunion, discovered a simple hand pollination technique. His discovery made it possible to grow vanilla commercially in tropical regions across the world, from Madagascar to Tahiti. Later on, scientists isolated vanillin, the main compound responsible for vanilla's aroma, which eventually led to the rise of cheaper synthetic versions. Even so, natural vanilla kept its crown as the gold standard for flavor, and it remains one of the most labor-intensive and expensive spices in the world. But how exactly is it made? Well, before we get into that, please leave a like and subscribe for more amazing videos like this one. Now, moving on. The journey of real vanilla begins in tropical regions where the climate is hot, humid, and perfect for a very demanding plant, the vanilla orchid. Growing these vines isn't like planting corn or wheat. They need strong support to climb on, constant care, and most importantly, hand pollination. Each orchid flower only stays open for a single day, which means farmers must be alert and precise. If they miss that narrow window, the flower won't produce a bean. Once pollinated, the green vanilla pods take about 6 to 9 months to fully develop. During that time, farmers carefully monitor them to ensure they're healthy and growing straight. By harvest, the pods are long, firm, and full of the compounds that will eventually turn into the familiar vanilla aroma. Unlike most crops, vanilla doesn't give up its flavor right away. Straight from the vine, the beans are nearly scentless and tasteless. They need months of curing before they reveal their true potential, and that's the step that follows. The process usually begins with what's called killing. The beans are quickly dipped in hot water or exposed to heat, which stops them from growing and activates enzymes inside. Those enzymes start breaking down compounds in the beans, setting the stage for vanillin, the chemical behind the classic vanilla scent. Next comes sweating. The beans are wrapped up and kept in warm, humid conditions for several days. This step encourages fermentation and darkens the pods while intensifying their fragrance. After sweating, the beans are spread out to dry under the sun and later moved to shaded areas. The drying must be gradual, reducing the beans' moisture without letting them spoil. When the pods reach the right texture, they're stored in closed boxes for conditioning. This resting period lasts several months and it allows the flavor to deepen and stabilize. By the end, the beans turn dark brown, supple, and fragrant, finally recognizable as vanilla. Farmers then sort and grade them. Long, plump, shiny pods are labeled gourmet grade, while slightly drier, thinner ones are set aside as extract grade, destined for factory processing. This lengthy curing ritual can take 6 months or more, and it's one of the reasons real vanilla is so rare and valuable. By the time the beans arrive at the factory, they've already gone through nearly a year of hard work on the farms. Now it's time to turn those cured pods into extract. The first step is preparation. The beans are chopped, ground, or sliced open to expose as much surface area as possible. This allows the flavor compounds inside to be released more efficiently during extraction. Factories typically rely on 2 main methods. The traditional one is maceration. where the beans are soaked in a mixture of water and alcohol. Over the course of several weeks, the solution slowly pulls out vanillin and the hundreds of other flavor molecules that give vanilla its complexity. This slow process is popular among producers who want the richest possible flavor. On a larger industrial scale, many factories use percolation. Here, the same alcohol-water mixture is repeatedly circulated through ground beans under controlled pressure and temperature. It's faster than maceration and better suited for high-volume production, while still meeting strict quality standards. In the United States, regulations require pure vanilla extract to contain at least 35% alcohol and a set amount of beans to qualify as pure. This ensures that what ends up on store shelves delivers the true taste of vanilla. At this point, the extract is already packed with aroma, but many producers take it one step further by blending different batches to balance flavor strength and consistency. What makes vanilla extract so special is how producers refine and blend the liquid to create a consistent and powerful flavor. Each batch of beans can vary depending on where they were grown, how they were cured, and even the weather during the season. To balance out these differences, manufacturers often combine several extracts into one blend. This helps create a stable, recognizable taste that consumers can rely on. Some producers also allow the extract to age. Just like wine or whiskey, time and storage deepens the flavor and smooths out sharp edges. Aging gives the final product a rounder, more complex profile that feels richer in food and drinks. This step isn't required, but many high-quality brands use it as a way to set their product apart. Another important part of this stage is separating natural vanilla extract from imitation options. Natural extract carries hundreds of flavor compounds, while synthetic vanillin focuses only on one. The difference in taste is significant, which is why pure vanilla remains so prized despite its high price. Refining ensures that every bottle labeled as pure meets the standards that protect this reputation. Once the extract has been refined, it's ready to be bottled. This stage might look simple, but it plays a big role in protecting the quality of the flavor. Vanilla extract is highly sensitive to light and air, which is why factories typically use dark amber or brown glass bottles. These containers block out light that could weaken the flavor compounds over time. The bottling process is fully automated in most factories. Large tanks filled with finished extract feed into bottling lines, where machines measure precise amounts into each bottle. Caps are sealed tightly to prevent evaporation and contamination, and labels are applied with details like pure vanilla extract or vanilla flavor, depending on the content. Some manufacturers also produce vanilla in alternative forms. Vanilla paste combines extract with ground beans and a thickening agent, giving bakers both flavor and the tiny black specks of real vanilla seeds. Vanilla powder, on the other hand, is made by drying and grinding or by blending extract with carriers like maltodextrin, making it perfect for dry mixes. Each form goes through its own packaging system to ensure shelf stability. For natural vanilla extract, proper packaging is key to its long shelf life. A well-sealed bottle can last for years, and in many cases, the flavor becomes even more rounded as it ages. From the factory floor to the store shelf, packaging is the final step that ensures all the hard work, from orchids to extraction, reaches consumers in perfect condition. So the next time you taste vanilla in your yogurt, coffee, or dessert, you'll know it's the result of months of work and a process that spans farms, curing sheds, and factories. Now, after learning how much effort goes into every drop, here's the real question. If vanilla is already this complex, what other everyday flavors do you think might have an even stranger story hiding behind them? Comment down below as you leave a like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell for more amazing videos like this one.